All right, YouTube, it is that time of year, man. Time to start putting together a little bit of a wish list for 2K26, taking a look at 2K25, what's going on, what we didn't like, what we liked, what we'd like to see again, what we'd like to see changed. And of course, it's still kind of early, so we're not really digging into it. I asked the Twitter community for a little bit of feedback for some items that they'd like on their wish list, my team specific. So we're gonna look at some of the responses, chat about it, and we'll be on our way. But right before we do that, you already know, man, I am Sauce DeVille. I appreciate you being here. If you're new, please consider hitting that sub button. We're on the road to 2,000 subs. And if you've been here before and you're back for more, please leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts, man. What's on your wish list? So again, simple question here, man. My team specific, what are some items that you have on your wish list going into 2K26? We're going to get straight into it, man. Josh 2K, shout out to Josh. Draft mode, remove escrow, team captains for themed teams would be my top 3. Now, first of all, draft mode, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot it existed. And there's part of me that does think less game modes with more quality over more game modes with less quality. But to be fair, I did like draft mode. If I'm remembering it correctly, with the draft tickets, you can only play a certain amount of things, whatever. Your lineup gets randomized to some extent. I actually didn't mind that, to be honest. But removing the escrow, please, on the auction house, man. If I'm just trying to pick up like a diamond card to try to get an agenda done, I don't want to just pick it up and wait and wait and wait. A lot of us got lives, man. A lot of us have things to do. If I'm on the game for an hour or two and I'm gonna try to get some agendas done, realize I gotta pick up a couple cards, now I gotta sit and wait, and then it's chipping away at my time, and then I'm not gonna get it done. Anyway, so I agree 100% with the escrow. Get it out of here. Team captains for theme teams. I had to ask him about this because I didn't know what we were talking about here. Sounds like a good idea because I personally love running theme teams. That's almost all I do. If you follow me at all anywhere, you'll know that I am on the Toronto Raptors theme team most years. He said, have you played MLB? I have not. You may have, and you may know exactly what's going on right now, but I had to ask him because I'm not gonna lie, 2K is pretty much the only game I play, especially sports games. But basically, if a player has a captain card, then it gives the team or whatever specific attribute. The more players that fit the theme, the more attributes you get. Josh knows me. He said, you're a Raptors fan, if they gave Scotty Barnes a captain card and his boost was for using Raptors players, your team gets attribute boost depending on how many Raptors players you use. I don't know. I think that's a good idea. I think it's a win-win for everybody. Moving on to the Don here, Ty Man 2K. His basic thing was we got to get points for losses in Showdown. Wasting 30 minutes for nothing sucks. Now, I agree. I understand where he's coming from. Losing like that and getting nothing is annoying. However, I respectfully disagree with this because I actually like the format that it is, where if you win, you keep moving up the tiers. It is what it is. What I think the actual issue is the ban system. If I load up and I see a team that I don't want to play, boom, just get me out of there, man. I'm on to the next game. No points, no time. I get no rewards for losing, but I also don't waste any time. Just get me out of there. Get me into the next game. Because I don't mind the ranking system of it. I do think it needs work. I think it could benefit a lot from the way EA does a lot of things. But for what we got right now, I don't feel like I need to get anything from losing. I'm not looking for participation trophies. However, I am looking to get the out of that game if I want to, when I want to, without getting banned. So I think that one boils down to the ban system for me personally. Let me know in the comments, man, because I think they did something like that before where you get points for losing, you get more points for winning, da-da-da-da-da. So you want to go back to something like that, or do you like the style it is now? All right, moving on. A little coffee pot here. Shout out. Says auctionable filter. Be able to buy older cards with VC. And no more back and forth between exchange and unopened packs for the events. Now, I am going to say backing out just to open one pack in these events drives me crazy, and it makes no sense to me because I already know they have the system where sometimes you get a pack as a reward and it just pops up and it opens, gives you a little animation. I know it's already a thing, 2K, just put it in there. What are we doing? Why? But let's go back to her first point here, man. An auctionable filter, be able to buy old cards with VC. Auctionable filters probably could fine tune a little bit. We got the snipers out there doing their thing. But imagine if you could turn it off and half of it is the player market and half of it is the auction house. In my head, something that makes a little bit of sense would be that there's a threshold. So maybe the top 3 tiers at any current moment are in the auction house doing their thing as we know it to be. But anything lower has the option to just go into a player market and pick up a base card, which still leaves the auction house as an option if you really badge out your card. You want to try to get an extra couple MT, whatever it is. Obviously, the quick sell values would have to get adjusted and blah, 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 blah. But I think it could be cool that under a certain threshold, you can go to a player market, you can pick up your card, do what you want, good day. Over the threshold, they're only in the auction house until a new tier comes out or until we reach a certain amount of time or whatever it is. Moving on, Twisted's got a list for us here. Shout out to Twisted. Player card rewards, no more packs with rigged odds. Well, the odds are definitely their own entire video. That's something else. We're not going to touch on that, but I agree. Don't worry. But player card rewards, I definitely agree with, because right now, do this thing, get rewarded with a pack. Nope, you don't know what's in it. Might be something, might be nothing. Might be great, might be trash. I think that entire thing is not good. Don't like it. So I agree. Bring back some player cards, at least some. Just some of them. Some of the game modes, some of the moments. He says later on, gauntlets. Bring back some gauntlets for rewards that we know exactly what they are, so that we know if we want to do it, then we can do it. And if we don't want the reward, we don't have to do it. Bring back ladder rewards. Now, this to me reminds me of the triple threat ladder thing, where you can see what is coming up and what you're going to get, maybe. I actually don't mind that at all. Here is a list of things that you could get. Same with the triple threat rewards offline. That used to be the same type of thing. Now you just don't know. You play this entire breakout thing, go through a couple boards, you might not see anything worth it. It's crazy to me. Triple threat and co-op matchmaking, man. The park, great idea in theory to give it a try. It's not working, man. Take that out. Take that out. I'm tired of waiting on spots, hopping on spots just to get kicked off, just to do this, it's not working, man. And if you go on a win streak, you gotta wait and wait and wait and wait because nobody wants to play you. It's not working. Spotlights every 2 to 3 months. This one, I don't know if this one would be tricky for 2K or not. I'm not really sure how it works. Obviously, it would take some planning, but I think that there's something to do here with keeping a parallel with the actual NBA season. You could do a playoff spotlight in the end, kind of like they're doing right now. You could do an all-star one somewhere in the middle, and then in the beginning, I don't know what you would do, but you could do something in the beginning just to kind of get everybody kick-started. The NBA is back, you know what I mean? All right, moving on. Clutch Time Online. I like this. Bring back Clutch Time Online. I'm going to take it a step further. Give me Clutch Time Co-op online. Keep Triple Threat Online and Triple Threat Co-op. Add Clutch Time Online and Clutch Time Co-op. I think that would be a perfect introduction to 5-on-5 co-op in my team. And then he says ultimate rewards like Diamond, Brandon, Roy from last year. The ultimate rewards were pretty damn cool, I'm not gonna lie, because again, you just knew what you were getting and you knew the grind that you were getting yourself into. And I think anytime a player can know what's gonna happen, they can adjust accordingly to their time, their days, how much they want to play, how much they want to spend. I need a new point guard. Oh, let me play this game mode so I can get that point guard that I like from that team. Not, I need a new point guard. I have 17 centers. Let me play this game mode, get that pack, open that pack. Oh, not a single point guard in there. All centers. Like, what the f are we doing, man? All right, we're gonna do one more here. Nick talks ball. The token market. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot the token market existed. Do you guys miss the token market? Let me know, please. Vault indoors, etc. after breakout wins. If they keep the mode, needs to be updated non-stop. I agree with this. I don't know if they're gonna keep breakouts. I feel like that was a test run. We'll see what happens there, but I agree there could be some things that could be done with breakout to make it better. Again, spotlights, a longer grind. I agree. Good rewards for collector levels. Collectors, you got absolutely forgotten about. It no longer matters. Seasonal events, each season deserves their own exchange event. I feel like that kind of almost was kind of a thing anyway. And on the topic of the events, man, these are not events. Events is a very generous word, in my opinion. Because like I said, look, I've been playing theme team stuff, Raptors this year. When there were Raptors in the event, in the festivals, I would do a little grind. I was doing the thing. The Christmas one with the snowman and stuff, I don't even remember what was going on, but it was a good time. But for the majority of the time, I was never gonna get that top reward. Never. Not even the second reward half the time. Like the Invincibles were out, Jokic, whatever, and then there were hundreds that were the next tier down. I was nowhere near any of them. But again, you gotta buy packs. You gotta open packs. Because what if we get a bunch of invincible cards or we get a bunch of 100 cards? You just never know. But really, we do know. you're not gonna get it. You're just gonna open packs. If you got unlimited money and you do what you want to do with your money, but it's not for everyone, man. And it's honestly, it's not for most people. The events are not open to everybody, in my opinion, which is kind of where things get a little bit dicey. But I'm gonna end it right there, man. We talked about a bunch of things. There's still a lot more out there. And if you have any that we didn't talk about today, please leave it in the comments and let's just all have a discussion, man, because honestly, I didn't play that much MyTEAM this year. I'm not a MyTEAM head in general for the most part, but I do enjoy the game mode when the game mode is enjoyable. And this year kind of just wasn't that. The game mode needs an entire overhaul, completely revamped, updated in some way. It needs to be brand new. Would they put in that much time and effort? I don't know. Probably not, because we know the money is fine. The money has never been better in the MyTEAM side. So really, why would they change? But we can hope, and we can put it on our wish list, and we can talk about it just like this, because the more we have a dialogue about it, the more there is a chance that it filters into the system and something gets done. Yes, I am optimistic like that. So that's gonna do it. We will catch you on the next one. You already know, stay happy, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and put some sauce on it.